Good afternoon, class. I will be doing a presentation upon the leadership skills of former First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy. Jacqueline Kennedy, a portrait in elegance, leadership for the White House. Her biography. She was born in Southampton, New York. Her parents were John Bouvier III and Janet Norton Bouvier. John had a nickname of Black Jack. She had one sibling, Lee Raswell. Her formative young adult years included a stint at the Sorbonne in Paris. She graduated from George Washington University. After graduating, her first job was working for the CIA. She later worked for the Washington Times Herald as a photojournalist. This position helped her hone her skills in photography and public relations. Her journey to the White House. She married the then Senator John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was later elected President of the United States of America. At the age of 31, she became the First Lady of the country. A First Lady with a cause. Upon arriving to the White House, her and the President were astonished at the state and the condition of the White House. She soon learned that she had a purpose and a role in restoring the beauty of the nation's first residence, the White House. Her leadership format. Her successful completion of this project was because she implemented the definition of leadership and she practiced the 5 principles of a leader. Let's define leadership. It is the manner by which a person encourages a group of individuals to reach a common goal. Her styles by the means of the 5 principles. She modeled the way in which a First Lady interacts with the media on a full-time basis. Television was in its infancy and she was a ripe specimen. Plus, print was struggling against this new media to keep its audience. Her vision of the White House. She included others in seeing her vision of the restoration of the nation's residence. She was able to return the services of renowned decorator Sister Dorothy Parrish. She was sought out as the top decorator among the elite of her time. Another part of the 5 principles of a good leader is she challenged the entire branches of the U.S. government to get involved in the process. By working together, the government declared the White House is protected as a national museum. Before Mrs. Kennedy, the country's national residence was under no one's jurisdiction. She then approached the Attorney General, who wrote up the bill. The Attorney General then passed the bill along to the House of Representatives, which is basically our financial part of our government, who passes on to the Senate. And of course, the Senate passed the bill and the president signed off on it. So, therefore, the White House is a national museum. She enabled others to act. She invigorated others to join in on the cause. The general public was allowed to give donations to the project. Many sent in artifacts and monies to help complete it. She also recruited many influential artisans to participate. She encouraged the nation's heart. After the death of her husband in Dallas, Mrs. Kennedy boarded the plane with his corpse and stood alongside the new president, Johnson, as he was being sworn into the office. This one caption helped the country to accept the transfer of power. As you can see from this picture here, she has the blood stain on and her pill hat is missing. However, she does show stoic courage in watching another man take her husband's position as the leader of the nation. Conclusion. Former First Lady Jackie Kennedy is an excellent portrait of elegance and leadership because A, she understood the definition of leadership. B, she employed the 5 practices of leadership in restoration of the White House. She led by example. She inspired the vision. She challenged the process. She enabled others to act. She encouraged the heart. Mrs. Kennedy showed strength and power all the way through, in which people are always astonished by a leader.